I nominated Judge Foster because I truly admire her dedication and her passion for this program. She saw the idea that with the rising drug problems and the alcohol problem, that we needed to find another avenue to help people recover from their substance abuse issues.
How are you today, sir?
I don't know, you tell me.
Oh no, it's the other way around here. You get to talk, not me.
She was part of the investigatory committee that went out to learn about treatment courts.
Really good. You've been in the program 38 weeks, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
At the time, we started alcohol treatment court, really drunk driving, and that was the bane of Waukesha County existence. It was just before the start of the opiate epidemic. So that was the target population when we started. I lived in Wisconsin most of my life. 1 year I went to law school in Iowa, but actually graduated from Marquette Law School. I started here in Waukesha County in the district attorney's office in the fall of '77, and I stayed there until I got elected to the bench. And then I've been on the bench since then, and everything else is history. I was chief judge for this district 2002 through 2006. At that time, Dan Finley was the county executive here, and he had the foresight to hire an international consultant for court systems. And he's the person who first introduced treatment courts to myself and my colleagues.
How are you?
How have you been?
I've been just fine. Yourself?
I met Judge Foster probably on the first or second day I became a public defender, which was a long time ago. My first introduction to treatment court came directly through Judge Foster. It was really her interest and initiative that sort of came through that the treatment court concept emerged, and that she was able to really put together a diverse team of people from the county that didn't really have a lot of experience working together.
It puts you in a different format in terms of the team approach.
Okay, well, what are you guys thinking?
Anyway.
I think order to show cause.
The role is slightly different in treatment court than it is in your day-to-day duties. We don't think he's drinking, so we'll do the order to show cause. We'll put it on in 2 weeks, and that should be more than enough time to do all these things. You are still the final decision maker. But sometimes you got to listen to somebody else that you maybe normally wouldn't listen to, a treatment provider that says, yeah, this person is an addict, that's why they're doing that, and you don't have a right to expect this kind of behavior until we get that under control.
So I've had that conversation, like, you need to start checking your voicemails, you need to get back to staff immediately.
You don't want somebody that's afraid to talk to the judge. You want to sit around at a table, you want to be on the same level with them, and you want to have a free exchange of information. I appreciate that. Are we setting graduation for Rhonda today, or she's not quite ready? We are? Yay, something fun.
4 weeks on April.
Get that on film there.
Judge Foster's passion for treatment courts, her ideas, her momentum. She's been a moving force in helping establish treatment courts in this community, as well as around the state.
Working with Judge Foster on these initiatives made the hard work seem a little bit less difficult, because we were coming at it from the same point of view and with the same goals.
And 14 months of sobriety. That's pretty cool.
Judge Foster has always displayed a passion for the people who come in front of her. She cares about the people and wants to see them be successful and do well. Even as a judge before we had treatment court, and this just allowed that part of her personality to bloom in being able to work with our participants in the treatment court.
You're in good shape. Okay. Enjoy your weekend.
I really think it's important that every county have access to a treatment court of one form or another. And in the face of this opiate epidemic, in our western part of the state, they're still struggling with the methamphetamine.
0.3.
Oh, 0.3.
0.3.
So she's somebody that absolutely needs the program, but may be too high risk for us.
You have to have that balance of compassion and empathy, but also the reality that this is a public safety issue. You have to have that right mix of keeping the public safety and the public's interest in sight, and also the reality that you're dealing with a defendant in front of you who's suffering from substance abuse addiction or mental illness.
And I just checked mental health eval and then client report struggling with anxiety.
Yeah.
Have him have a mental health assessment for anxiety.
That's a great plan.
She supports others. She's a teacher to others who are trying to develop their own programs. She's an advocate with our legislature. She's put a lot of time and effort into this program.
Rich hemp oil.
To see after all this time and her career, these last 12, 13 years of, impacting DWI court and drug courts throughout the state of Wisconsin and the community in Waukesha, and, her consistent dedication to these efforts is most certainly worthy of the Aulik Award.
It's just delightful that at this point in her career, she's being recognized for truly one of the signature achievements for any judge, and especially in the treatment court arena in Wisconsin.
Frankly, I'm more worried about the anxiety issue. I think it's nice that they do this honor. I think it's more important that the association continue to put on this conference. That's really, I think, the heart and soul of what makes this continue, and I guess maybe that's what makes me the most happy about the whole circumstance.